You're carrying something heavy, aren't you? Maybe it's that relationship you ended. Maybe it's the career path you didn't take. Maybe it's the words you said, or didn't say, when you had the chance. You replay these moments in your mind, over and over, wondering what would have happened if you'd made different choices. And that weight? That crushing feeling? That's regret. And today, we're going to talk about why you need to let it go. Before we dive deep into this life-changing perspective, if you find value in this content, hit that like button, share this video with someone who needs to hear this message, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss insights that could transform your life. Trust me, what you're about to discover might just free you from the chains you've been carrying for far too long. Now, let's get into why regret is the one thing you absolutely cannot afford to carry with you. The illusion of the perfect path. Here's the truth that nobody wants to tell you: there is no perfect path. There never was, and there never will be. You look back at the fork in the road where you made that decision, and you torture yourself thinking the other path would have led to paradise. But would it have? You're suffering from what psychologists call counterfactual thinking, the mental habit of imagining alternative realities that never happened. And here's what's insidious about it: you're comparing your actual, messy, complicated reality against a fantasy. Of course the fantasy looks better. Of course the road not taken seems paved with gold. You've polished it in your mind until it shines. But think about this for a moment. Really think about it. That other choice you didn't make? It had its own set of problems, obstacles, and disappointments waiting for you. You just never got to experience them. The job you didn't take might have had a toxic boss. The relationship you walked away from might have ended in heartbreak anyway, just years later. The city you didn't move to might have left you feeling more alone than you've ever felt. You see, you're not comparing apples to apples. You're comparing your real life, with all its visible flaws, to an imaginary life where you've conveniently edited out all the problems you never had to face. That's not fair to yourself, and more importantly, it's not real. Every path has thorns. Every choice comes with trade-offs. The grass isn't greener on the other side, it's greener where you water it. And you can't water a path you didn't take. Regret is a rear-view mirror prison. Imagine driving a car while only looking in the rear-view mirror. How far would you get? How safe would you be? You'd crash within minutes, wouldn't you? Yet this is exactly what you do when you live in regret. Regret locks your eyes on the past while your life keeps moving forward. And while you're staring backward, obsessing over what was or what could have been, you're missing what is. You're missing the opportunities right in front of you. You're missing the relationships that need your attention now. You're missing the present moment, the only moment where you actually have any power. Think about what regret really is. It's you, right now, punishing your present self for decisions your past self made with the information, maturity, and circumstances they had at that time. It's you holding yourself hostage for being human. For being imperfect. For not knowing then what you know now. But here's what you need to understand: you made the best decision you could with what you had at that moment. Maybe you were younger. Maybe you were scared. Maybe you didn't have the wisdom you have now. Maybe you were working with incomplete information. But you did what made sense to you then, with the emotional state, knowledge, and perspective you possessed at that time. Punishing yourself for not having future knowledge is like blaming yourself for not winning the lottery because you should have picked different numbers. It's absurd. It's cruel. And it needs to stop. The hidden gift in every mistake. Let me ask you something. What if everything that happened to you, even the painful stuff, even the choices you regret, was exactly what needed to happen for you to become who you are today? Strip away the regret you're holding, and what do you find underneath? Lessons. Growth. Strength. Perspective. The person you are right now, reading these words, seeking wisdom, wanting to improve, is the direct result of every single choice you've ever made, including the ones you wish you could undo. That failed relationship. It taught you what you need in a partner. It taught you about your own patterns, your boundaries, your worth. That career setback. It redirected you, gave you humility, showed you what you're really capable of when your back is against the wall. That mistake you made that hurt someone. It taught you empathy, the weight of your actions, the importance of integrity. You see, you're not the same person who made those choices. You've evolved. You've learned. You've grown. And you couldn't have become this version of yourself without traveling the exact path you traveled, including all the detours and dead ends. The Japanese have a concept called kintsugi, the art of repairing broken pottery with gold. The philosophy behind it is that the breakage and repair are part of the object's history, and rather than hiding the cracks, they're highlighted, making the piece more beautiful and valuable than it was before. Your regrets are your cracks. But instead of hiding them or wishing they didn't exist, what if you filled them with gold? What if you honored them as part of your story, the places where you broke and became stronger? The opportunity cost of regret. While you're busy regretting the past, life is happening. Right now. And you're missing it. Every moment you spend dwelling on what you should have done is a moment you're not spending on what you could do. Every ounce of emotional energy you pour into yesterday is energy you're stealing from today. Regret doesn't just make you miserable, it makes you ineffective. It paralyzes you. It keeps you from taking the bold actions you need to take now because you're too afraid of creating more regrets in the future. Here's the cruel irony: if you don't let go of your regrets, you're going to create new ones. You'll look back on this period of your life and regret the time you wasted regretting. You'll regret the opportunities you didn't seize because you were too busy looking backward. You'll regret the relationships you neglected while you were having imaginary conversations with your past. The opportunity cost of regret is your present. And your present is the only place where life actually happens. It's the only place where you can create, connect, love, grow, and make a difference. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow doesn't exist. All you have is now. And now deserves your full attention. Radical acceptance and forward motion. So what's the alternative to regret? It's something psychologists call radical acceptance, the practice of fully acknowledging reality as it is, without judgment or resistance. Radical acceptance doesn't mean you're happy about what happened. It doesn't mean you approve of your past choices. It simply means you stop fighting with reality. You stop arguing with the past. You accept that what happened, happened. That what you did, you did. That you can't change it, and fighting with unchangeable facts is like arguing with gravity, pointless and exhausting. Here's what radical acceptance sounds like: I made that choice. It led to consequences I didn't want. I learned from it. I'm moving forward. No drama. No self-flagellation. No endless rehashing. Just acknowledgement and forward motion. When you practice radical acceptance, something miraculous happens: the emotional charge around your regrets begins to fade. They become neutral facts rather than painful wounds. They become data points in your story rather than defining moments that dictate your worth. And once you've accepted the past, you free up all that energy you were using to fight with it. Suddenly, you have resources you didn't know you had. Clarity. Focus. Hope. And you can direct all of it toward creating the future you actually want instead of mourning the past you can't have. Reframing your story. You are not your past. You are not the sum of your mistakes. You are not defined by the things you regret. You are the person who learned from those experiences and chose to keep going. The stories we tell ourselves about our lives have incredible power. If you tell yourself a story of regret: I ruined my life when I made that choice, I'll never recover from that mistake, if only I had done things differently, you create a narrative of victimhood and powerlessness. But what if you told a different story? What if you reframed your regrets as plot twists in a hero's journey? Because that's actually what they are. Every great story has moments where the hero makes mistakes, faces setbacks, and has to overcome obstacles. Those aren't the parts where the story gets boring, those are the parts that make the story worth telling. Your life is your story. And you're the author. You can't change the chapters you've already written, but you can change how you interpret them, and you absolutely control what happens next. You can write a story of redemption, of resilience, of transformation. Or you can keep writing a story of regret, where you're forever stuck in chapter 3, reading it over and over, never moving forward. Which story do you want to tell? The freedom of letting go. Imagine waking up tomorrow completely free from regret. What would that feel like? How would you move through your day? What would you do differently? Who would you become? The truth is, you can have that freedom. Not someday. Not when you've earned it by suffering enough. Right now. Today. This moment. Letting go of regret is a choice. It's not a feeling that arrives when conditions are perfect. It's a decision you make, probably imperfectly at first, and then make again and again until it becomes your new pattern. You let go by forgiving yourself. Not because what you did was perfect or without consequences, but because you're human, and humans make mistakes, and you deserve compassion, especially from yourself. You let go by recognizing that holding on to regret doesn't help anyone. It doesn't undo the past. It doesn't make you a better person. It just makes you miserable. You let go by consciously redirecting your attention. When your mind starts spiraling into what if and if only, you notice it, acknowledge it, and gently bring your attention back to the present. What can you do right now? What's right in front of you that deserves your energy and attention? This isn't easy. Some days you'll do it well. Some days you'll slide back into old patterns. That's okay. Be patient with yourself. Change takes time. Healing isn't linear. But every time you choose the present over the past, you're building new neural pathways. You're training your brain to look forward instead of backward. Your next chapter starts now. You've spent enough time in the prison of regret. You've served your sentence. It's time to walk out of that cell and into the sunlight of now. Everything you've been through, the good, the bad, the choices you celebrate and the ones you regret, has brought you here. To this moment. To this awareness. To this opportunity to choose differently. To live differently. You can't change your past. But you can change your relationship with it. You can choose to see your regrets not as failures but as teachers. Not as evidence of your unworthiness but as proof of your growth. Not as chains that bind you but as stepping stones that led you here. Your past doesn't define you unless you let it. Your mistakes don't disqualify you from a beautiful future. Your regrets don't have to be the loudest voice in your head. Today, right now, you have a choice. You can continue to carry the weight of what was, or you can set it down and walk freely into what could be. You can keep rereading the chapters you've already written, or you can pick up the pen and start writing new ones. The life you want is on the other side of letting go. The person you're meant to become is waiting for you to stop punishing who you were and start embracing who you're becoming. So here's my challenge to you: take one regret that's been haunting you and practice radical acceptance with it today. Acknowledge it. Thank it for the lesson it taught you. And then consciously choose to redirect that energy towards something that matters now. A relationship that needs attention. A goal you've been putting off. An act of kindness you can offer. Because here's the beautiful truth: every single moment is a new beginning. Every breath is another chance. Every day is an opportunity to choose freedom over regret, presence over past, and possibility over punishment. You don't need to regret anything in your life. You just need to learn from everything and keep moving forward. The question isn't whether you've made mistakes. You have. We all have. The question is, what are you going to do with the life you have left? Stop regretting. Start living. Your best chapter isn't behind you, it's ahead of you. And it starts the moment you decide to let go.